The Angels come to town tonight as the green and gold look to make a major impact on the playoff picture against their Western Division rival. The ace sent Gio Gonzalez to the mound. In his last 3 home starts versus the Angels, he has simply dominated the Halos by going undefeated and not allowing a run in 20 innings. Tonight, they'll try to make life difficult for an arch rival. The A's open up a 3-game series against the Angels next. Well, the A's are back home to start the final homestand of the year. 10 games in 11 days, all against playoff hopeful teams tonight. Mike Trout and the Angels. Gio Gonzalez will take the mound. The Angels 2.5 back in the AL West. That is the standings, and that's the ball game. It's the A's and the Angels coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. So, important homestand for the A's and obviously for the teams they're playing. I think that's good for the Athletics. And tonight, Ray, Gio Gonzalez starts for the 4th time against the Angels this year.
Yeah, I think also very important for Gio Gonzalez to finish this season very strongly. He's at 12 wins. He has had 2 wins against the Angels, both of those coming here at the Coliseum. And oh, by the way, in those 2 starts, remember one night it was raining, 14-0. The other one it was 9-1. But Gio has been pitching well, except the last start against the Kansas City Royals. Through a lot of fastballs they were hit. But Gio with an outstanding curveball to the back foot of the right-handers. We keep talking about it, but it's a great pitch along with a fastball, and now even more changeup that he's throwing. Should be interesting to see how he pitches against a ball club that runs a lot, keep him off the bases.
Well, the Angels, they lost Kenry Morales. Remember, they found out early in the year that he was not going to play this year. Their cleanup hitter, they had to be feeling like, oh, we're in trouble. Not so. Mark Trumbo steps in, and he's probably the Rookie of the Year.
Well, there's no doubt the power numbers that he has put up. He's driving in big runs. He's playing a great first base. And there's no doubt in the future they're going to find a home for this young man someplace. But there's no doubt what he has done in the absence of Morales this year has been spectacular. And yes, he'll probably win the American League Rookie of the Year. Who knows what he can do? The numbers he's put up, he might even be a most valuable player, definitely for the Angels this season.
So the Angels, again, 2.5 behind the Rangers. Texas has the night off. So the Angels, they have to win. The A's know that. A's will try to play spoiler. Gio Gonzalez to the mound against Joel Pinheiro. Lineups when we come back.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
We're just moments away from first pitch. The Angels and the Athletics. It is the first of a 3-game series. And for the A's, it is the first of a 10-game homestand to wrap up the home schedule here in 2011. And the Angels right in the middle of the pennant race. Important games for them. Game time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. Very nice night for baseball. 65 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. And the A's fans, as always, ready to go.
Keip, I think it's interesting. The ground rules being discussed by both managers. It's unusual. Usually a bench coach or someone takes out the lineup card, but Mike Scioscia of the Angels, Bob Melvin of the Athletics taking out the lineup cards, and they had an extensive kind of report maybe on the ground rules. Mike Scioscia was pointing. He's been here for probably 20 years, but I guess there are little nuances that have occurred since he was last here. Maybe because he's got so many more players. With the September call-ups, the bullpen, they don't have enough chairs down there.
So the A's take the field behind Gio Gonzalez. Let's check out the Angels lineup that Gio will face tonight. Lots of speed in this lineup. Masiris Tiras at third, Peter Borges in center, Kendrick at second, Hunter in right, Trumbo at first, Wells the DH, Mike Trout in left, Eric Ivar at short, Jeff Mathis is the catcher.
And Gio Gonzalez looking for win number 13. His last start against Kansas City gave up those back-to-back home runs to Hosmer and Francoeur. But Gio, very good. There's no doubt, especially once he got to the 10th win. He is now 12-12, and he's going to have someone sitting behind home plate. That is his father, Max, flew in from Florida. He's going to visit him. So Gio, with the special person in the house tonight, as he tries to pick up win number 13. He does have 2 wins at home against the Angels this season.
Defense behind Gio Gonzalez tonight. Willingham, Sweeney, and DeJesus in the outfield. Sizemore, Pennington, Weeks, Allen in field, and Kurt Suzuki is the catcher.
Good to see Jamal Weeks back in the lineup after missing yesterday. We'll see how he runs tonight. Remember, he was at the plate, took a swing in Texas on Saturday, and came out of the game towards the latter part of the game. And of course, for Jamal Weeks, he realizes that his main attribute for his success would be both legs. Healthy, that's been his problem in the minor leagues, but right now he is very healthy and having a very good rookie season.
So Masiris Tiras, the switch hitting third baseman, steps in. So the Angels and the A's. Fieldin Culbreth will call balls and strikes. Your crew chief is Gary Cedarstrom. He's down at first base. Gio's ready. He kicks, and the first pitch of the ball game is a bit outside. So we're underway from the O.co Coliseum. Rangers have the day off. Angels are 2.5 back. So there's your AL West. The numbers tell you the importance of these games for the Angels.
And this will be the half game that the separation. That's the one game, the difference. And there's Mike Scioscia. Mike Butcher is pitching coach.
That's right. So after this game, the Angels and the Rangers will each have 15 games left. They'll each have 6 at home and 9 on the road.
And the final 6 will be against each other in Anaheim. That should be something, I'm sure, from the Angels standpoint. Right now, 2.5 behind. They hoped that they will have an advantage going into that series.
See, the Angels with 6 left against the A's. And as the A's start a homestand, this is the start of a road trip for the Angels, and it's sort of an interesting one. 2-2 pitch is chopped and it's fouled. This is the road trip starting tonight. 3 here in Oakland, and then to Baltimore for 3, and then Toronto for 4 next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then they finish at home.
And the Thursday is a night game in Toronto, which they will fly and then start the homestand against the A's, while the A's play the Rangers in the afternoon here, and will travel down to Anaheim.
Well, that's interesting because the handful of times that we've been in Toronto on a weekday getaway game, it's always been a day game.
Exactly.
In fact, it happened a couple times this year, I think, with the A's being in Toronto on maybe a Wednesday or a Thursday, and they play day games.
And the real reason I guess they can do it is because the Angels will pick up 3 hours heading west, but that does not help them with regard to the time they arrive.
Sizemore throws out his Turris, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, the Dodge Charger keys to the game continue to be a thorn in the side of the Angels. And of course, the A's said the same thing about the Rangers, and they would say the same thing against the Rangers next week. And for Trumbo, Trout, and Borges, Angels very youthful, a lot of energy, especially Trout and Borges. Of course, Trumbo, the big power hitter, but this is one young man here, Peter Borges, who has had Mike Trout join him in the speed department.
So the first pitch to Borges is a strike. Ray, I'm looking at the Blue Jays schedule, and that Thursday game, it is their last home game for the season, so maybe that's why it's a night game. Whether that's a good reason or a bad reason, it's their last home game.
And probably because it is a Thursday. If it was a weekend, Sunday, probably, well, definitely would be a day game, but it is unusual, especially for the Angels. To be honest, I think it's very unusual if this unbalanced schedule, and we are supposed to be playing teams within your division at least the final couple of weeks, yet the Angels would be playing teams in the East Coast or Eastern Division.
One and one to Peter Borges, hitting .275 with 11 home runs and 38 runs batted in.
Talk about Borges and Trout. Of course, Ibar has speed. They have the 4x4 relay with Jeremy Moore. They said he can run fast as anybody. So they've got 4 guys who can really burn the bases if they can get on.
Sizemore playing it, gets the big hop, throws in time.
Don't take too much time. Not with him. The thing is, with Borges, you have to play even the bang, just like with Trout. Speed. Runs like a football player, low to the ground, and Borges is showing some power, 11 home runs, but also the speed. And because Sizemore was playing even with the bag, he could take the additional crow hop. Unlike when Jetry was running in Texas yesterday, it was a little different.
So 2 outs for Howie Kendrick. Kendrick hitting in that 3rd spot, having a very nice season. .290. 16 homers, 54 runs batted in. This one chopped. Right side, Allen has it. Takes it himself, and Gio Gonzalez with a 3-up, 3-down top of the 1st inning. So the A's will go to work against Joel Pinheiro when we come back. Bottom of the 1st, here's the A's lineup. Weeks, Pennington, Matsui, Willingham, DeJesus, Sweeney, Suzuki, Allen, and Sizemore.
And to be the veteran right-hander Joe Pinheiro on the mound for the Angels tonight. He is making 24th start against the A's. Of course, with the Seattle Mariners for many years, 6-6 record. A couple of losses against the A's this season in 3 starts. But he has 4 very good pitches. Matter of fact, his fastball, very similar to other pitchers you've seen, with a 2 and 4 seam plus a cut fastball. But he's always been a very good pitcher.
Hot hitter in Jemile Weeks. Piñeiro is 32 years old. This is his 10th year in the big leagues. He has a career record of 103 and 92.
Good to see him finally get win number 100. Took him a while.
Finally got it on the 17th of June. 4 different teams in his career. And he walks the leadoff man, Jemile Weeks. Here's the defense behind Piñeiro tonight.
Batting in the second position, shortstop.
Terrific outfield. Trout, Borges, and Hunter. Misturas, Ibar, Kendrick, Trumbo around the infield, and Jeff Mathis is the catcher. So the leadoff man aboard for the A's, and here's Pennington. Pennington hitting .267 with 7 home runs and 56 runs batted in.
So nothing but fastballs, and of course Piñeiro has different pitches. Jeff Mathis going out to talk to him and maybe to say let's do something other than fastballs, since he did make an adjustment, got the first pitch to Pennington down in the zone.
Matsui in the on-deck circle. Angels went down 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first inning.
Okay, July the 17th. Weeks a walk. Chris walked. Willingham walked to start the game. Matsui with a 2-run double. Sizemore walked. DeJesus, Fielder's choice error, and Connor Jackson a grand slam.
Final score 9-1 A's.
9-1. Gio Gonzalez pitching. 7 innings of 4-hit baseball. He lasted 1/3 of an inning.
Yep, Piñeiro did not get out of the first. Outside, 3-0.
Well, Mike Scioscia knows every game is very important, critical for his Angels. He's got young players. He's got veteran pitchers.
There's a strike. I would say, Ray, tell me if you agree with me or not, but with a deficit of 2.5, 15 games left to play after tonight, you probably can't afford to lose ground in the standings. Nope. Would you agree with that?
I agree.
I mean, it's just they're at that point right now where they still have a legitimate chance, but I don't think you can go backwards in the standing.
Well, they know that they need help from other clubs except for the final 3. And that's something that they will control their own destiny if they are close at that point. But you're right. You know, from their standpoint tonight, ideally for them to win the game and pick up the half game.
Well, yesterday really hurt them.
Yeah.
They were beating the Yankees. It was 5-4, and then the Yankees scored a couple of runs. Borges misplayed a ball in center field, allowed a couple of runs to score, and the Yankees ended up beating them in a game that they kind of gave away from what the Angels people were telling me today. And they lost the game in the standings.
Well, the ball was in the sun. Of course, a day game in Anaheim, just like a day game in Oakland. Tough sun. Came out of the sun a little bit late for Peter Borges. He dropped it, and 2 runs scored on the air. But, you know, I thought there were 2 outs, but it's informed just 1 out, which tells you about the Yankees. They don't assume anything.
Yeah.
They were running, and Teixeira, I think, who hit the ball, ended up in third. So it's an aggressive ball club. The Yankees trying to avoid a sweep and in their 4-game losing streak, and they did it. And they're in Seattle tonight.
Weeks takes off. The pitch is popped up toward the shortstop Ibar, who's couple of steps out onto the outfield grass.
Now this was the 17th. Matsui, how about those A's? The uniforms, turn back the clock. Connor Jackson came up there as the heir, and then Connor with a first of the A's 2 grand slams this season. Connor now with the Red Sox. Oh, those uniforms. Look at all the highest stocks. Woo, pant legs pulled up, showing all the green.
Good look.
Maybe that's what shook up Pinheiro.
That's right. He wasn't used to it. 1 out for Matsui. Breaking ball drops low.
The A's 2 grand slams this season. Won the pinch hit variety on Saturday by Scott Sizemore and Connor Jackson. The other one for the A's.
In the dirt, Mathis knocks it down. A's come in 66 and 80 on the year. So this is game number 147. 15 left to play after tonight. They're 39 and 32 at home, and they have helped the Texas Rangers this year because the A's have gone 8-5 against the Angels, and that includes 5-1 right here at the Coliseum. These two teams had a 2-game series here in Oakland at the beginning of the year. A's won both. And then midseason, the A's took 3 out of 4 from the Angels right here.
Well, those 2 games early rained both nights.
That's right.
Delays in both games. Gio Gonzalez the winner, and one of those 14-0. Went 7 innings.
3-1 now to Hideki Matsui. A's against the West this year, 20 and 25. Let's look at the division records. The Angels are 24 and 24 in the division. The Rangers are 30 and 15. Weeks not running. 3-1 pitch outside. Second walk in the inning. Well, earlier today, a very scary moment for the Athletics. This was during batting practice. And Kurt Suzuki just hit a fly ball left field, but it hit Andrew Bailey. And it hit him, Ray, in the temple. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you can see the red spot on the left side of his face, and it was a very scary moment. Now, he's, from what we understand, he seems to be okay, but there's a little concern, and I don't know that he's available for tonight.
No, he's not. Bob Melvin did say Grant Balfour would be used in the closing row tonight, and maybe even more than just the 9th inning. If they need him in the 8th, he could pitch an inning or at least a batter in the 8th inning as well. But Kurt Suzuki, I mean, it's just one of those. Hey, you saw how many players, and with the September call-ups, I mean, it's like spring training. You got players all over the place, and of course the pitchers in the outfield during the throwing, doing the running, doing different things, and you know, it's sure you can say pay attention, but you know, when you're doing things, you like to have people who maybe stand in front of you if you are throwing. They do it down in the bullpen where the pitcher is throwing the sides. Sometimes they even put up a screen to protect them.
But they call it shagging, where the pitchers out there during batting practice field the balls, throw them back in, and it's sort of a requirement of if you're a pitcher, you're going to shag during batting practice. Yeah. It's been that way in baseball forever. So they're out there just fielding the balls, catching the fly ball.
Well, Kurt Suzuki, who was taking batting practice, ended up doing an interview with him on the radio side, and he normally goes up after he hits, as the hitters do. He says, no, I'm going to go shag. So I don't know if he's taking Beatles' place or not, but he went to the outfield and did some shagging. I wanted to think there's enough guys out there. Yes, maybe you don't need to have so many, but it's just part of being a good teammate.
That one's drilled left center field by Willingham, and nobody's going to get it. Top of the wall and gone. So Willingham, a 3-run shot here in the bottom of the 1st inning.
The 5th 3-run home run this season for Josh Willingham, and another one that hit on top of the wall the fence and bounced over. So Scott Sizemore hit a 3-run shot here the same way. Which is ball. Nice swing by Josh Willingham, but watches the ball left center field, the jagged edge right there, and hit with the topspin and bounced over the fence.
Willingham's second home run against the Angels this year. And since the break, his 14th. So he now has 25 homers and 87 RBIs. And we're having a little fun with Josh. We're on the Josh Willingham March to 100 RBIs. That's what we're calling.
Well, that was Mike Butch on the other phone. He was on the march to the bullpen saying, let's get somebody ready. We're not going to wait too long if Joe Piñeiro is going to have a tough time.
It hit the top of the wall.
Top of the fence right there, and then
on the ground toward Kendrick. He's got it. So DeJesus is retired, and that's the second out.
A 3-run home run is great from the A's standpoint, but from Joe Piñeiro and the Angels, he walked 2 to get to the point for Willingham to get the first hit in this inning.
15, Ryan Sweeney.
Mike Scioscia wondering what it is for Joe Piñeiro pitching here at the Coliseum in back-to-back starts, July and then tonight, and then trouble in the first inning.
So Ryan Sweeney in the lineup again tonight for Coco Crisp.
Coco was on the plane coming back last night on crutches, so it's saw him Saturday night running to first base. Looked like it was affecting him, and probably the best thing just to get off of it. And
well, we saw the running by Coco, and then he got on the bus after the game and he was limping badly, and then the next morning, as you said, he had a boot and crutches, and he was moving quite slowly. 3-2 now to Sweeney. Overall 271 with a homer and 25 RBIs for Ryan Sweeney. Well, Sweeney's played a lot of corner outfielder the last couple years. He probably enjoys a little time in center field. Strike 3 called with a fastball. Damage done by Josh Willingham. Home run number 25 on the air, and the A's lead 3-0 after 1. looking forward to seeing it. 3-0. The A's lead. It's the second inning. Going to be Hunter, Trumbo, and Wells. Josh Willingham with a 3-run homer for the Athletics.
There's something about pitching at the Coliseum against the Angels for Gio so far. But he had the 14 runs, the 9 runs in the first inning tonight, 3 runs.
He'll take it. Gio trying to get over the 500 mark.
On the game he pitched in Anaheim, it was Jared Weaver, a shutout. Angels winning 5-0 over the Athletics.
That one's drilled right field, and it's going to drop. DeJesus hustles over and makes a nice play and gets it back in, and Hunter's held to a single.
Now off the end of the bat, and Troy Hunter was thinking about 2, but you can see immediately with DeJesus getting to the ball, cutting it off, and then firing the ball back in very quickly. And Torrey Hunter decided to shut it down, so the double play stays at least in order, although guy at the plate doesn't hit a lot of balls on the ground. Usually they're in the air. And number 44, Mark Trumbo, 28 and 80 for the rookie.
That, huh? Remember in spring training, Ray? Teams getting ready, and people were talking about Mark Trumbo because he had a huge spring training.
Right.
Hit a bunch of home runs, 7, 8 home runs, something like that. And then Kendry Morales not ready to play. Trumbo won the job. But I think all along the Angels were expecting to get Morales back at some point. And then when the word came that he was not coming back, Trumbo stayed in there, and he's been terrific. 26 and 80. So he's got a real good chance to win the American League Rookie of the Year.
I think also he's got a chance to lead the Angels in both departments, home runs and runs batted in, as a rookie, which I think Tim Salmons won the home runs one year, but to have a rookie do both, especially with guys like Vernon Wells and Torrey Hunter, guys can hit home runs and have throughout their career.
Well, I mean, he had 6 seasons in the minor league, so he had plenty of time in the minor leagues. Rookies with 25 and 80. He's the third. So yeah, I think there is something to, if you're young enough, getting a lot of minor league at bats. If you continue to produce, you would hope that you would at some point get a chance.
The question is, Kendry Morales is here. Would he have gotten a chance?
Yeah.
Because they had Bobby Abreu and Vernon Wells they acquired from Toronto. So would there have been room for him? There will be room in the future. Now, Abreu is not playing tonight. Wells is the DH in the on-deck circle. They have him for a couple more years. Abreu is in the final year for his contract. See what they decide to do, because with Kendry Morales coming back, which you figure next year he will be healthy.
So 2-2 to Trumbo. Strike 3 called with a fastball. First strikeout for Gio Gonzalez.
Well, fastball inside, and Sheldon Colbrook liked it as he gives the fist pump and then a little leg kick to boot. There's a little leg kick. That's exactly what Mark Trumbo thought, young man.
Got an Angels fan right below us, and it's a small crowd tonight, so we can hear what they're saying. That one's hit down the right field line, hit pretty well. DeJesus into the corner. It's off the wall. It bounces back toward the infield. They're waving home Torrey Hunter. Throw to the plate, not in time, and Wells goes to third. That ball almost left the ballpark right down the right field line.
Well, David DeJesus thought he had a chance to catch it. Once it came off the wall, he was on top of the ball, and that's when it carried past him, allowing Hunter to score, and even more so for Vernon Wells to get the third. Right there over the head of DeJesus, and all the time, Dino Iba was going to be sending Torrey Hunter once the ball landed. And they were very aggressive on the base paths, and still, if they'd been able to keep Vernon Wells at second, that would have helped, but he was able to get to third, an easy triple. Remember, we were in Anaheim and the fans were booing that guy? Now he's got 20 home runs. Torrey Hunter at one time had the speed of Trout and Borges and Ibar, but not so right now.
So this is the youngster, Mike Trout. Most everybody will tell you that I think Trout is going to be a special player. He's just 20 years old.
Been coming up with some big hits for the Angels. With his speed, just like with Borges and anybody with speed, when you have the corner infielders playing E with the bag, it opens up a lot of holes and allows balls to be hit by or over the heads of the third and first. You can see how close they're playing.
He was called up in July and then sent back down and then called back up on August 19th, and he's been playing regularly since he was called up.
They'll stand with the fastball, of course, the big curveball, and Kurt Suzuki's been very good at blocking them. And when Gio throws the hard curveball to the right hand of the back foot, and that's going to go up with a fastball. I think fastball up.
Got him. Here's the good fastball, and that's a big strikeout for Gio Gonzalez. So Trout can't get the run home. 2 outs.
But Suzuki with a little bit of a higher target and ball between the belt and the letters. Trout just couldn't catch up, trying to pull the hands in, and that's just a great fastball by Gio Gonzalez, and that says a lot. And so all Trout had to do was put the ball in play, and the Angels had their second run. That's where the strikeout is very important.
So here's the switch hitter Eric Ibar hitting 8th. First run allowed versus the Angels here at the O.co Coliseum in the last 22 innings. Strike 1-1 to Ibar, hitting .273, 7 homers, 54 runs batted in. Close pitch, 94 miles an hour. Gio reached back a little bit for that one.
That's amazing how strong Gio Gonzalez is. This is our high home camera, and saw the white line and the home plate, so just a little bit off the plate.
Good breaking ball there, 2-2. Chop, fair ball. Allen has it, side retired. Vernon Wells with an RBI triple. So the Angels are on the board. Bottom of the second, coming up 3-1 A's.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Pepsi Max.
Tuesdays, every Tuesday home game, including tomorrow night, with the exception of premium games and dual events at the arena. You'll pay nothing to park, courtesy of Chevy. See your Northern California Chevy dealer for a great selection of Chevy cars, trucks, and crossovers. For more information, visit oaklandathletics.com/Tuesday, and we expect to see this parking lot filled tomorrow night.
Let's hope so.
There's not another event at the Coliseum, is there?
I don't think so.
Or at the arena. There's just one game here. Free parking Tuesdays. Should be lined up. Oh, that'd be flowing in here. All the Chevys. That'd be
Suzuki, Allen, and Sizemore for the A's here in the bottom of the second. Josh Willingham, 3-run homer in the first.
Pinheiro has a one-hitter. He also has 2 walks, and that one hit brought in the 2 walks. And Josh Willingham has been great this season for the A's power-wise.
I would say he's been all the A's expected and maybe even a little bit more. Remember, he missed about 3 weeks, something like that. That one hit right back up the middle. Hits the bag into center field, and Suzuki's got a base hit. Leadoff man aboard for Brandon Allen.
Pinheiro tried to kick save. He missed it between his legs, and then it hit the bag with the diving Kendrick trying to get to it. He could not, but good effort, but not even close.
Brandon Allen, 225 for the Athletics.
You mentioned Willingham, as we discussed in Texas. He only hit 1 home run in the month of June when he's on the DL. And other than that, his other 4 months have been spectacular, starting off the month of September with a couple of big ones.
Well, he's been consistent. He hasn't really had any major power droughts this year. Breaking ball, lofted foul. 1-2 the count. Brandon Allen had a very difficult series in Texas. He was 0 for 11 with 8 strikeouts. So he's trying to get some good luck. And he drills that one down the right field line, and it is just foul.
Well, he hit it so hard, did not think it was going to hook foul. But just barely, and that's how close. Did not have home run distance, but definitely hit very hard off the wall. Unfortunately for him, foul, but he stayed really close. It really didn't open up that much, as we saw him do it yesterday against C.J. Wilson, who was throwing him nothing but sliders.
And a good changeup there, kind of floating away from Allen, and he strikes out.
Well, after pulled it and then just pulled the string to Pinheiro. And
third baseman, number 29, Scott Sizemore.
Mentioned that Mike Butcher, the pitching coach for the Angels.
Think it's a pennant race?
Yes, it is. Second inning, out of chat. Yep. Was telling Mike Butcher about Brandon Allen hitting John Lester over the left center field green monster in Boston. He said, wow, he does that, he's going to be a great hitter. But that's something he's not been doing. And there is Mike Butcher along with Alfredo Griffin.
Oh, 0-1 to Sizemore. And now 0-2.
You know, with the September call-ups, and there's no doubt teams are going to be in the pennant race, going to bring up as many players they can that they feel they can use. And that's why you're playing every game. If you are chasing a team in the division, you're playing every game like it is the last one. Nothing to hold back.
Yeah, if your starter doesn't look right,
yeah,
and you are still in the game.
And you know the names of Herron, Weaver, and Santana. They're going to pitch every time they can. It may come down to pitching short again against the Rangers in the final 3, as they tried to do and were successful, at least one of them, in Arlington.
Second strikeout here in the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, number 19, Jamal Weeks.
Very helpful for a starting pitcher who is struggling to look in the bullpen in the second inning, setting somebody up and saying, if I'm going to last very long, I better do a little bit better. And Pinheiro in this inning, actually after the 3-run home run, just the single by Suzuki. Otherwise, he's retired. The other 3 with strikeouts.
Do you see the innings on those 3 guys you mentioned? Dan Herron, 217. Ervin Santana, 215. Jared Weaver, 214.
They're all going to be about 230, 235.
How about that, huh?
But they're all strong. They all can handle it. And especially Herron and Weaver, and Santana's right in that same group.
Yeah.
So that's 3 very good starters they have. There's Ervin Santana. As you saw, Dan Herron and Jared Weaver sitting side by side. Dan Herron pitched a shutout against the Yankees in his last start, giving him 15 wins for 3 different clubs. How about that? For Diamondbacks, the Angels, and the Athletics.
Well, after a leadoff single by Suzuki, Pinheiro strikes out the next 3. A's do not score in the bottom of the second.
Hi fans, this is your chance to send a message to the big screen.
Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek's Money Tree. Win $500 cash every hour from noon until 11 p.m. Visit CacheCreek.com for details. Three to 1, the A's lead. It's the top of the 3rd from the O.co Coliseum. Mathis, Izturis, and Borges. Jeff Mathis, the catcher, hitting 183 with 3 homers and 22 runs batted in. Gio Gonzalez got a couple of big outs in that second inning as the Angels had a run in. Wells at third, 1 out. Gio did not allow Wells to score.
And Gio's sipping down a 3-run home run in the first inning, and he's really got a pitch that might be the only 3 runs he gets. They have the kind of a lead, that 3-0, now 3-1 to start the game, and just say it's mine for 7, 8 innings, if not more. I like to hear pitchers who say, just give me a run or two and I'll take it the rest of the way. And those are pitchers that you know have good enough stuff that they can do exactly that, and Gio's in that category.
See, those last two starts were right here at the Coliseum. And that's where we talked about in our open the success that he has had against these Angels in this ballpark. Brandon Allen, couple steps into foul territory, and that's out number one. So that'll bring up the leadoff man, Maiciarius Turris.
Number 13, Maiciarius Turris.
Turris playing third base. Callaspo does most of the third base duties for the Angels, but Turris is a very valuable player for this team. Oh, we were talking about innings pitched by those Angels pitchers. And of course, 200 innings, always the mark for a starter. And Gio's going to have a tough time getting there. He's got 175 right now. Pennington has it. And with the start tonight and then maybe three more, he could, but it's going to be close.
Pitched 3 complete games.
Like I said, it's going to be close.
Peter Bourjos.
But he's going to have to string together some deep outings for him to get to that point. He did last year. And I'm sure he would love to do it. First pitch to Peter Bourjos. Swing and a miss.
Good changeup. So almost like a batting practice fastball for Gio at 84, but still a very good one. And that's a pitch that he is very quickly perfecting to go along with a good fastball and curveball. Likes to throw at first pitch, which is a good one. And then brings it back with a little bit harder.
Lots of fastballs for Gio and lots of curves as well. 0-2 to Peter Bourjos, who grounded out to Sizemore back in the first inning.
Where Sizemore is playing now, unlike his first at bat, when Bourjos hit him a ball, he cannot take the extra crow hop playing deeper. He can do it even with the bag if Bourjos happens to hit one there. Doesn't have to worry.
Good breaking ball, and that strikeout number 3 for Gio Gonzalez. He's retired 5 in a row. Bottom of the third coming up.
Aquafina at Stadium Concession Stand.
Pennington, Matsui, and Willingham against Joel Pinheiro, who had a very rocky first inning, gave up a 3-run homer to Willingham. He has settled down. Got 4 strikeouts. The last 4 outs he has recorded have been strikeouts. A couple of walks hurt him in that first inning. Breaking ball is drilled to center. Borges is back, and that's out number 1.
Friday, September the 16th, Star Wars music will accompany the postgame fireworks show presented by Kelly Moore Paints. Get an A's Star Wars t-shirt by purchasing a field level ticket online using the coupon code JEDI. You know they're going to be doing it right now. Each ticket purchased would include an equal number of t-shirt vouchers for pickup at the game. $1 from every Jedi ticket sold will be donated to Stand Up to Cancer. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Star Wars. Can you play some more music?
Racing in is Trout, and he uses that speed to get to the fly ball from Matsui. 2 outs. Subway Eat Fresh asks Glenn and Ray. Here it is. AJ from Santa Cruz asks, what is Josh Willingham's walk-up song? Listen, here it is.
Josh Willingham.
I remember that song.
Can you sing it?
No, but I know the song. It's called Your Love. It's by the Outfield, 1985.
You didn't know. You were reading it, aren't you?
No, I do. I remember it because the album, now think about the name, The Outfield. You know what the name of the album was?
No.
Play Deep. And they claimed that they were not baseball fans, which I find hard to believe. They being the group, The Outfield.
Play Deep and Cut Across.
That was the name of the album, if I remember correctly. Play Deep.
Well, then Josh Willingham is telling all the outfielders when he comes up to play deep, right?
Exactly. Yeah, English band. The Outfield.
Cricket.
They were wanting their music to be big here in America, so they said, well, let's go with a baseball theme.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
That was that was not the Outfield. John Fogerty.
Yeah. Sang it at the Hall of Fame. He did that. He sang it at the Hall of Fame. John Fogerty.
2-1 to Willingham. But that has been his walk-up song the entire year. Little slider that just missed. 3-1 the count.
Try to think what guys did when they didn't have walk-up songs, that they just went to the plate and hit. Or why guys take so much time getting to the plate, they want to hear their music, I guess, before they really get settled in.
Relievers come in the game, they have to have their music. Some are better than others. 3-2 pitch is drilled down the left field line, but Willingham got out in front.
Well, in the first inning, after a couple of walks and an out sandwiched in between, that's what Josh Willingham did on a 1-1 pitch at the top of the fence at the back wall, carry him back, but Josh Willingham with another 3-run home run. That's why he's got 87 runs batted in, because 25 home runs, but half a dozen 3-run shots will add up quickly.
Big breaking ball and goes off Willingham's foot. Now he's closing in on career highs in both home runs and RBIs. See, the career high in home runs 26. Career high in RBIs is 89, so he's got a real good chance to, well, let's say, have a career year.
Oh, remember when he was acquired, he said, you know, not a real big home run hitter, 20-25, drive in some runs, and of course he's doing exactly that, and he's been outstanding right in the A's middle part of the lineup. And in a sense takes exactly what he's been given, pulled the ball foul, and Pinheiro tried something a little bit different, and Josh took it right back up the middle. So a couple of hits for the A's left fielder tonight from Alabama. For somebody from Alabama who said he really enjoys playing in Oakland, sign him to a contract, because that's a long way across the country, and he said he's really enjoyed it this summer. He and his wife Ginger and the boys, and and enjoyed playing for the Athletics. Really is exactly what the A's been looking for. Right-handed power hitter. They've had lefties.
I wouldn't let him get out on the open market.
No. We're not trying to play general manager.
No,
We're just talking, right?
I'm just saying he's going to get
oh, yeah.
teams that don't want him. Liner, and it's just fouled on the right field line. Well, Willingham's certainly a good enough player. That's really not the issue.
This ball almost was caught by Trumbo and then was fouled.
At Willingham's age, he's 32. He'll be 32 in February. I think he's still got some good years in him.
But he's made the Coliseum a stadium that really has not been great for home run hitters. Heavy air at times will knock the ball down, but not for Willingham.
Breaking ball, bounce to the right side. And that will do it. De Jesus retired. 2 out hit by Willingham, nothing else. And we're through 3. 3-1 Athletics. Oakland history to make their Major League Baseball debut at the age of 18. I think I know it, but I'm not going to throw it out.
You'll tell us after you give the answer.
That would be the best way to do it.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, I'll write it down, and you give me a yes or no.
Say Mike Morgan for one of them?
Yep.
You also said Claudell Washington.
Oh, well,
that's what you said, right? But you were just guessing
in the break.
Well, that's all right.
I think that's who they are. Trout's just 20 years old. When he made the Major League debut earlier this year, he was 19. He looks like a youngster, but he's built like a football player. He's strong.
Just trying to think. Claudell came up in 1974. Because I was in the hospital getting ready to have surgery when he came up and made his debut.
I know he was a teenager. Maybe he wasn't 18, but I could have been.
Yeah, we could have asked Mike Norris, who was here last homestand. Had a chance to visit with Michael. These two guys are good friends. Claudell, Bay Area product.
1-2 to Howie Kendrick. Could be followed by Hunter and Trumbo. Breaking ball. You got a shin guard.
Remember when David Clyde started against the A's when he was just out of high school?
Yeah, he went right from the prom to the pitcher's mound.
That's a good one.
I think he did.
Prom to the pitcher's mound. A little bit too soon for Mr. Clyde, though.
I want to say David Clyde, and you may have been there. Didn't he come back and pitch with the Indians for a little while?
I wasn't
maybe
there.
you know, 4 or 5 years after he made that major league debut at the age of 18. There's a shot into left field, and Kendrick has a leadoff single here in the fourth. Time now for the Ford Wright choice on August 30th of this year. Talking about Mike Trout, who turned 20 on August 7th. Hit 2 home runs for the Angels. Last 2 players hit more than 1 home run in a game at such a young age. Andrew Jones in 1996 when he was 19, and Ken Griffey Jr. in 1989. Jr. was just 19.
See those swings?
Short, quick.
Out on the front foot, upper body. He fooled him. Yeah, fooled him. He's trotting, not even running. A lot of power, and of course a great future. Tony Regan's the general manager, is in town traveling with the Angels, and I know Mike Scioscia has said many times when clubs have attempted to make trades with the Angels, they've always asked for players like Trout and Borges, and they've always said no. We will not trade our young players. We want to develop them and bring them up. That's a great concept, see, because they can go out and sign free agents like Torrey Hunter, Bobby Abreu, get the veterans, trade for Vernon Wells, but they're building, as clubs do in most cases, within the farm system.
It's a building block of Trumbo, Trout, Borges, and Jordan Walden. Their closer is a rookie. Borges is not a rookie. He missed it by just a couple of weeks, but basically a first-year player. That's a pretty good building block. And you got to give the Angels credit in developing players like that. Kendrick's a young player. Ibar's a young player. It's Jordan Walden. Angels with an 80-66 record. Last year, they really struggled for them. They finished 80-82. It's the first time they were under 500 since the 2003 season.
Looks like Gio's paying a little bit too much attention to Kendrick at first base. He's fallen behind Torrey Hunter.
That's a huge difference right there. For 3-2.
They got 3-2 to Kendrick, and he nailed a fastball at 94, hit it hard to left field.
Pitch number 60 coming up for Gio. And there's a liner down the left field line, and that's trouble. Bounces off the wall. Here comes Kendrick. They're going to hold him at third. So the Angels are in business. Second and third. Nobody out. A couple of hard hit balls off Gio Gonzalez.
Well, the key is falling behind and challenging a couple of good fastball hitters. Torrey Hunter, big swing on 3-1, swung through the pitch and then gets the same pitch and hits it hard to left field. And with nobody out, you know, he's been holding up Howie Kendrick. But Gio's got to get ahead and really not pay too much attention to the base runners.
So here's Trumbo. Trumbo bounces it off the plate and foul. Now Trumbo with the 80 RBIs He has also struck out over 100 times, 105. So it is an opportunity for Gio to go get the strikeout here. Trumbo struck out looking in the second inning. Drops down and away. Okay, look at the Angels stats. They have 5 guys who have struck out over 100 times this year.
It's very good numbers for Gio with runners in scoring position under 200, and this is a perfect time. Did it in the second inning with Vernon Wells at third.
Good pitch there.
Well, see how he handles Trumbo now that he's ahead 1-2, unlike with Kendrick and Hunter. Got to the 3-2 count, 3-2 count, threw him fastballs.
On deck is Vernon Wells. Good breaking ball. Sharply, and a swing and a miss by Trumbo. Well, that was a nasty pitch.
And that's the difference there. Getting ahead and going to the big hammer for the strike 3. And he threw it hard, threw it to the back foot perfectly. And Kurt Suzuki, of course, has already blocked a couple with the runner at third. This one he didn't have to. But a big strikeout.
So now Gio goes after Wells. That breaking ball is blocked by Suzuki and then kicked away. Now Wells had the RBI triple in the second inning. It was his 55th RBI of the year.
Now, Vernon Wells with Toronto a couple of years ago when Gio went in and on the Saturday afternoon had a very good game against the Blue Jays. The A's lost 3 of 4, but Vernon Wells was there and he just threw fastballs inside and threw them by the right-handed hitter.
Did he go? No check, so it's a ball. 2-0 to Wells. Mike Trout is the on-deck hitter.
Another good block by Kurt Suzuki, but there's a situation where you can afford to pitch carefully to Vernon Wells. First base is open and take a chance with a rookie versus a veteran. And Trout, of course, has played well, but Vernon Wells has been in these positions many times.
Here's our Farmers Insurance report card. Most career games, no postseason appearances. This is among active players. And Vernon Wells is second behind Adam Dunn. All right, anybody going to change that? Lyle Overbay's got a good chance. He's with the D-backs. Brian Roberts, no. Corey Patterson, no. Jack Wilson just got traded Atlanta. He's got a shot. Adam Dunn, probably not.
He's got 3 more years with Chicago.
Vernon Wells has a shot. Remember, Mark Kotsay, Jason Kendall were both on that list. And they got off the list in 2006 when the A's won the division. And that was a good list to get off of.
That's 3 pitches, 3 curveballs in the dirt to Vernon Wells, and because Suzuki has blocked all 3. And if you go throw him a fastball, don't make it a good strike. He may be swinging.
The way he got ready to hit, it looked like he may have been going after it. Pitch was a little bit outside, but called a strike. 3-1, or outside strike, I should say. He won't wait around here. And this one's popped up, shallow right. Kendrick is tagging. DeJesus has it, and Kendrick will stop, and a good idea as DeJesus made a perfect throw. So Gio once again trying to work his way out of an inning, and he's close to doing it.
Well, that's great pitching. It's almost like they were pitching him carefully, pitching around him, and then the 3-1 fastball could not get around on it, shallow enough, and David DeJesus, what a throw. Strike 3 called. And Kendrick was just a fake. He was not running for sure. Ball hit too shallow, but De Jesus anyway let him know. Perfect strike. Down around the knees too to Kurt Suzuki.
Here's Trout. Breaking ball is low. Trout struck out swinging with a runner at third and 1 out in the second inning.
Well, you get 2 big batters, second and third, nobody out. You get the 2, and boy, you really have to bear down just as hard, if not harder, to get the 3rd out. I think in these situations, it's from the hitter standpoint. He said, well, first 2 guys didn't do it, so there's no pressure on me, you know. Yeah, but the pitcher really has to make sure that with the hitter, maybe a little bit relaxed in this situation, to bear down a little bit harder to make sure he gets him as well.
Trout takes a fastball at the knees, first strike.
Our last at bat, the first one for Trout, got a couple of strikes, went up the ladder, chased the high fastball.
That one's lined to center. Sweeney's there. He's got it. And Gonzalez gets out of the second and third, and nobody out. Jam. Bottom of the 4th coming up. California's Authentic Fan Fridays here at the Coliseum. $12 gets you a ticket in our value deck behind home plate. Get you an authentic A's fan t-shirt, a cheer card, and a $6 food and drink voucher. The next and final Authentic Fan Friday is this Friday against the Detroit Tigers. Log on to csncalifornia.com to get your tickets. First pitch to Sweeney is to the backstop. Sweeney, Suzuki, and Allen. A's leading 3-1.
What an inning for Gio Gonzalez. Actually, 2 innings where he's had runners in scoring position, and those numbers that we showed, his success with runners in scoring position under 200, got even better with that last inning. You know, I kept talking to Mike Scioscia about the game yesterday, the game in which Peter Bourjos dropped the ball, and everybody looked at that as being the thing that cost the Angels the game. But as Mike Scioscia said, and it's proven again tonight, had runners in scoring position, less than 2 outs, could not get them in, and in case tonight they could be ahead or at least tied the game if they had any success doing that. Gio Gonzalez has been tremendous when he's gotten in trouble.
That's funny. Remember, we've talked about the league average getting guys in from third.
57%.
And now, you know, and maybe you too, I'm paying more attention to it now. And boy, you look at that last inning. There was Sweeney lines one to center for a hit. I mean, there was 2 at bats, Trumbo and Wells, where hitting a weak ground ball to any one of the 4 infielders gets the run home.
Yeah, with the infield back, and they're going to do it. They hit 3-1, and they're going to sacrifice. You're not going to open up a big inning by playing in and looking for a play at the plate when a ground ball gets through the infield and ties the game. So you're right, any contact at all, and maybe a productive out to the right side by Trumbo puts another runner at third, still just 1 out. But those are the little things that the Angels normally do. But in the case of yesterday, they did not do it and could have actually had a bigger lead yesterday, not worried about the air. And the same tonight.
So 1-0 to Kurt Suzuki, who singled leading off the 2nd inning. The Sweeney hit. It's the 3rd time in 4 innings the A's have had their leadoff man aboard.
Third inning that man has been up in the bullpen.
It's ready.
It's a time where Mike Butcher called down to get Chatwood up. But just remember, you've already been up a couple of times. You don't have to get loose too much. You don't want to wear you out in case they have to bring you in. But maybe they say Chatwood get up as soon as the inning starts so Joe Pinheiro can see you down there.
You know what Joe Pinheiro's saying, Ray? Come on, man. I'm a veteran. I'm fine. Do I need you to get the rookie up in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th inning?
Come on, man.
Come on. This one's driven left center and deep. Trout is back. He leaps and it's off the wall. Sweeney to 3rd, Suzuki to 2nd, and the A's have 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. Trout made a heck of a try, he just could not come up with it.
Well, it looked like his speed. He got back to the wall and jumped and missed it. Like an off-speed pitch from Pinheiro, and Trout going back, and he actually got to the wall, banged into it, and then jumped, and the ball either just over the top of his glove. Well, that much, but it hit into the wall, and that's going to be it for Pinheiro.
So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Purchase a field level ticket with a special code and get a pass to see the upcoming feature film. Also, 10,000 fans will receive a Moneyball t-shirt. You're looking at it right there. That'll be a good one. Presented by Pepsi Max. Jonah Hill is scheduled to throw out the first pitch. For more information and tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Moneyball. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like that t-shirt. I do. Can I have it?
No. You have to come here the 18th.
I'll be here.
I know you'll be here. Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Plays Billy Beane's assistant.
Paul DePodesta?
Not the name of Paul DePodesta.
I know. That's right.
But that's who he...
Oh,
it's the character he
that's
plays,
right.
but not the name.
That's right. I don't think that was allowed, right?
I don't think Paul wanted his name on it.
Sorry, Paul.
So Chatwood to Brandon Allen. And A's with a great scoring opportunity here in the bottom of the fourth.
And we'll see how the 57% works for the Athletics as they have the runner at third and less than 2 outs.
Now Chatwood has made 24 starts for the Angels this year. This is his first relief appearance this year. In fact, it's just his second relief appearance ever at the big league level.
Well, he pitched the game in which the A's scored the 14. He lasted 2 1/3, gave up 7 earnings.
Swing and a miss, big overhand curve. That's right, he had one of those ugly starts here, just like Pinheiro did.
Beat the A's in Anaheim, but lost here.
And Allen swings and misses, so the big time struggles for Brandon Allen continue as he strikes out for the second time.
Well, the big curveball, and that is a very good over the top drop curveball. Uncle Charlie, and swinging and missing on the off speed pitch once again is Brandon Allen. Allen 3 strikeouts yesterday against C.J. Wilson, and all the off speed pitches, and with all the video we talk about.
Shot up the middle, and that's a base hit. 1 run scores, and they'll hold Suzuki at third. So Sizemore comes through, and it's 4-1 Athletics, right up the middle.
Think about Scott Sizemore. He does not and has not waited around a long time this season. When he has come to the plate, he has done exactly this, and that's jumped on the first one. That's a curveball. Did not go down as sharply, and maybe took a little bit off to Chatwood, and right back up the middle. Hit it too hard for 2 to score. Scott Sizemore now has driven in 51.
Not bad.
Hitting in the 9th spot of the batting order.
Top of the order, and Jemile Weeks. And Jemile swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. Weeks walked and scored in the first, struck out in the second. .95 from Chatwood with movement. So the A's are run in on 3 hits here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They're able to get the run in from third, something the Angels have not been able to do.
Same with the fastball to Weeks, and of course Weeks hitting left-handed, as was Brandon Allen when he dropped the very good curveballs. And Jeff Mathis, the catcher, is Kurt Suzuki, very good at blocking balls in the dirt. So the curveball, when it's thrown, pretty good chance that Mathis, who does a very good job defensively, will be able to handle anything in the dirt.
There's a shot. Nice play, and the throw comes home. So as Torres is going to get the out with a little help from his catcher, Mathis. So as Torres takes a hit away from Weeks, and he takes a run away from the Athletics. So it goes as a fielder's choice.
Weeks, see where the third baseman was playing. His Torres way off the line. He spun, and really it's a play that he's not going to double up Jamal Weeks. Kurt Suzuki kind of froze a little bit, and I think at that point he thought his Torres was going to go around the horn, try to turn a double play. And Kurt got caught, and it'd been nice if it could have been fake and have him to throw at first base and have a couple of runners on, at least a couple of runners in scoring position.
So first and second, 2 outs. Pennington 0 for 2 in the game. And that one drops low. Pennington popped out to short and flied out to center field so far. He was 3 for 12 in that series against the Texas Rangers. There's a line drive, base hit left field. Sizemore is going to come in to score, and it's 5-1, the A's lead. Pennington picks up RBI number 57 on the year.
On a great approach by Cliff Pennington. He saw all the curveballs that Chet would have been throwing, but stayed with the fastball, and Penny just took it perfectly to the opposite field. A big 2-out hit. Even better by going to the opposite field. Not much chance for Trout. Got to the ball quickly, but no chance to throw anybody out at the plate.
So now Matsui hits. There's a strike. Matsui walked and scored in the first and hit a fly ball to left field in the third. Strike 2 down around the knees.
It's amazing the great curveball he threw to Brandon Allen, but since Allen, how many is he throwing? He threw a bad one to Sizemore that was hit for base hit up the middle, but since then, pretty much staying with a fastball.
So the A's have scored twice on 4 hits here in the 4th inning. Matsui with the home run in that series down in Texas. He was very hot for a long time, then he cooled off some, and now 11 hits in his last 32 at bats. Reaches for that one, pokes it foul. Now Chetwood's ready. The breaking ball hung up there, and Matsui just got under it. The side retired. A's do some damage. They score twice on 4 hits, so we're headed to the 5th inning. The A's with a 5-1 lead over the Angels.
Hi fans, just a reminder that this Friday night is fireworks night, and we all
to make their major league debut at the age of 18. Mike Morgan, we got one. Tim Conroy in 1978, they both did it. Conroy and Morgan.
78.
Wow.
That's one of the games the A's drew 600 people.
Things started to slow down a little bit right around that time for the A's after the terrific run.
Well, how about Gio Gonzalez? He gets out of an inning, second and third, nobody out, gets out of it, retains a 3-1 lead, and sees his club add 2 in the bottom half of the inning. That is a 5-1 lead. That's good pitching and pumped up the A's offense to score a couple of more.
Faces Ibar, Mathis, and Izturis.
Well, that says it all right there. 2 or fewer runs, 5-30 record. 28-2 when you give him 3 or more.
Just a bit hot. Toward right field where DeJesus is under it. Ibar is retired. Well, Ray, the Rays won again tonight. They beat the Orioles 5-2 in Baltimore. Neiman over Britton. So the Rays pick up their 5th consecutive win. And they are now 3 back of the idle Boston Red Sox in that wild card. So the Rays are doing everything they can. They're continuing to win. Ben Zobrist, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. On September 2nd, the Rays trail the Red Sox by 9 games in that wild card. Now, trail them by 3. How about that? Now, what happens the rest of this week is 2 more games for the Rays in Baltimore. The Red Sox will have a 2-game series against the Jays, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then that 4-game series between the Rays and the Red Sox will start Thursday night in Boston. So you know what? The Rays, it's there for them. They will have the opportunity.
Well, a good foul ball right back, and
that's not good.
That is not good. And Diamond straight behind there. You got to trust that net, man. You just got to believe that. Take it straight off.
But one more note on that Rays Red Sox race. The Red Sox have 7 games left with the Orioles. The Rays have 7 games left with the Yankees. Could be the difference, but you never know when it comes to the schedule. Kurt Suzuki flips the mask, and he's got it. 2 outs.
Can you imagine you're getting ready to start the final couple of weeks of the season? Who are you playing? 11 games against the Yankees and Red Sox.
Yeah. So they're going to have to work for it, the Rays, but they have
number 13,
put themselves in the conversation, certainly just 3 back. The Tigers beat the White Sox 14-4. Rick Porcello got the win. He's now 14-8.
Magic number?
The magic number, because they beat the White Sox, who are the 2nd place team. So the magic number goes down by 2. It is now 5. Doesn't look good. Remember, we talked about in A's pregame live, starting Thursday, it's the no celebration at the O.co campaign. But it's not going to be easy, folks, because the Tigers are zeroing in on the division, and they have a 4-game series starting Thursday here in Oakland. There's a real good chance that it will happen here. Pennington, a tough hop, quickly to first, and that's a very nice play to get Mysur Izturis. Bottom of the 5th coming up. A's leading 5-1. Yankees lead 5-1. Check out the play from Cliff Pennington to end the last half inning.
Kind of a do or die. He knows the hitter can run. He has to take it on the short hop. Once that happens, quick release, strong throw, and Cliff Pennington makes it look easy.
Willingham to lead it off. Homer and a single for Josh Willingham.
Guys make a play like this look easy, but really takes good hands because he put the glove down as the ball came up, had to bring his glove up and make sure he caught the ball first.
Willingham's home run in the first, a 3-run shot. His 25th of the year. In fact, that home run was home run number 100 for the A's this year.
That's right. On pace for.
Hit well to right center, but in the ballpark. Troy Hunter gets back there. He's got it.
The A's have teamed up with Wells Fargo to support our local schools. Bring your new school supply donation worth $5 or more to Friday home games, and you'll get a 2-for-1 field level ticket voucher. The Wells Fargo and Oakland A's school supply drive at every Friday home game this season through mid-September, teaming up to make a difference. Now, mid-September happens to be Friday.
That's true.
And that is the 16th, and since that is the last Friday the A's are playing at home, we will say that's the last Friday. Working with Wells Fargo for school supplies. Since school is underway.
How can the season be almost over?
I know. It's hard to believe.
David DeJesus has grounded out twice to the second baseman. The Yankees are winning tonight in Seattle 6-1 in the 6th inning. Hughes and Hernandez was the starting pitching matchup in that game. So the Yankees with a chance to pick up a half game with the Red Sox being idle tonight.
And congratulations to Mariano Rivera. Save number 599 last night or yesterday afternoon in Anaheim, and trying to become the second to get to 600 behind Trevor Hoffman. Hoffman, what, 601?
I think so, yeah.
Because Rivera at 600, actually in the 3-game series, Seattle, if that's the case, they're leading 6-1. Not a save situation, but got rid where Mariano Rivera got his first against the Mariners many, many years ago. And I don't think there's any stopping him. 600, maybe looking at 700 for Rivera.
I think it's up to him. It's not up to his statistics, because they're going to remain very good.
Well, I think there'll be a lot of hitters in baseball, especially the American League, would be very happy for him to take his cutter and go home.
1-1 to Ryan Sweeney. A strikeout and a single for Sweeney, and he scored a run in the 4th. This one's chopped towards short. Ibar on the move, throws across his body, and that's a nice play by the Angels shortstop. 3 up, 3 down inning for Tyler Chatwood. 5-1 after 5. Today's baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's Really Big Chicken Sandwich combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax. It's at participating restaurant. Peter Bourjos to lead it off. Bunt attempt straight to the screen goes the baseball. Top of the 6th. The A's with a 5-1 lead. Bourjos, Kendrick, and Hunter, 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Hit hard. Sizemore in on the grass, grabs it, and Bourjos is retired.
Well, the 88 pitches for Gio Gonzalez, and I think that's the biggest thing. If there is a problem for Gio, as strong as he is, but he is making his start tonight, and pitch count 29th. He had 88 pitches in his last start. That was against Kansas City here, so it's one of those just rested bullpen in a sense. Andrew Bailey not available, but at this point it's Gio's game, and he's pitching well enough. He could take it a lot deeper than this.
He's retired 7 in a row. Just missed inside. Three and one now to Kendrick, who has grounded out and singled. He opened up the 4th with a single, then Hunter doubled. And then Hunter doubled the last hit that Gio Gonzalez has given up.
At that time, Howard Kendrick 3-1 fastball. Of course, he had a 3-2 fastball his last at bat, as did Torrey Hunter. Looked like Kendrick was taking a strike. That's pretty smart hitting, down 4 runs, just trying to get on base.
Line foul. Over in the National League, the St. Louis Cardinals, who have moved to within 4.5 in the wild card, 6 in the National League Central, but they lost tonight. 3-2 pitch is a breaking ball outside corner. Kendrick called out. So that is the 5th strikeout for Gio Gonzalez.
Kendrick had to be asking, did it come around the plate? And not according to Dylan Culbreth. Big curveball. Suzuki set up in the middle, and it's where the ball ended up in his mitt. But the question is, how did it get there? But looked like Fielding Culbreth liked it. Good break, fooled the hitter, and got the strikeout.
First pitch to Torrey Hunter is outside.
Well, this is what Culbreth looked at. There's the pitch, and just barely catching the black, the corner.
Outside. So the Cardinals lost tonight to the Pirates in Pittsburgh 6-5, and that hurt because the team they're chasing in the wild card, the Braves, also lost. Florida beat Atlanta 5-4 in extra innings. So a missed opportunity for the Cardinals, and like we said, this time of year, you just can't miss opportunities. The first place Brewers in that Central Division are off today. So the Cardinals remain 4.5 back in that wild card, and now 6.5 back in the division. Outside, and it's a 2-out walk to Torrey Hunter.
And the way Gio followed through and then kind of went down, first walk. I think he was hopeful of having a walkless night.
Number 44, Mark Trumbo.
So that's the National League wild card, with the Braves still in control and the 4.5 game lead. The Phillies had a chance to clinch a playoff spot, not the division, but a playoff spot tonight. They needed a win, and a Cardinals loss. They got the Cardinals loss, but the Phillies lost.
They're in Houston, right?
Yeah, Roy Oswalt went back to Houston and lost. Astros 5, Phillies 1, a final.
So the Astros trying to be spoilers.
Yeah.
Also talk about changing leagues.
It makes you think that the Astros are going to end up in the AL West. It certainly seems that way. At least that's the big rumor.
And if that's the case, you're going to be looking at the out-of-town scoreboard and you're going to see an interleague game every day.
Every day.
He has got the look on his face like, what are you guys talking about?
On the ground, Sizemore has it. And he throws out Trumbo, and the 2-out walk does no damage. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up. It'll be Suzuki, Allen, and Sizemore.
Hey fans, I've got my hand.
It's time for the Coors Light Freeze Cam.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Athletics, the catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. It's the world's most refreshing beer. A's with a 5-1 lead, bottom of the 6th inning. Tyler Chatwood took over for Pinheiro back in the 4th inning. And the first pitch to Suzuki is just a bit outside. That one's ripped right center field, and nobody's going to get it. Have a night, Kurt Suzuki. A single and a couple of doubles for Kurt.
But it's all about the count and location of a fastball when you get a 1-0 fastball. And Suzuki off-speed pitch off the left field wall. This one to right center. Suzuki trying to get up to the 250 mark. Started the game 241, so 3 hits helps him. 115th game starting for the A's catcher. Always in the top of the list in that category. Had the day off yesterday, as did a few of the guys for the Athletics.
So Brandon Allen steps in. And that first pitch is just a bit outside. Allen, a couple of strikeouts tonight, 0 for 2. bounced at the plate and got a little bit of Brandon Allen's foot.
Thought maybe Brandon Allen trying to change a little bit as his facial hair kind of disappeared, just changed, and he said, I was actually trying to clean it up when I made a mistake. You know what happens if you have a beard or mustache and you trim it and you mess it up, you got to cut it off. And so he had to shave a little bit more than what he thought. So looking much youthful, a lot younger.
That one runs outside, 2-1.
Well, we never know about DLS, Faustino de los Santos.
Good pitch there, right on the outside corner, 2-2. Sizemore will be next. There's a liner into the glove of Kendrick, who grabs it off his shoe tops. So Allen hit it hard, can't catch a break. He's 0 for 3. Ace fans, we want you to choose the greatest athletic of all time. We rank the top 64. Now it's up to you to vote for your favorites through our bracket-style tournament. CSNCalifornia.com, your interactive home for A's baseball all season long. Second round.
Back on.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my partner was a first-round loss to, I believe it was Dave Stewart.
That would have been a shocker if I'd still been in.
You know what? You hung around for the first half, but then Stu kind of overpowered you a little bit in the second half.
I'm not surprised. You win at least 24 consecutive seasons, you deserve to be there. It was just a pleasure to sit up here and
pleasure to be in the tournament.
Pleasure to be in the tournament. Also to be up in the booth and call those great wins by Stu. Just glad I didn't have to hit against him. I'd have been afraid. I mean, just look at that stare from Dave Stewart. Oh, he was good, and both some great seasons with the Athletics. You could probably look at so many great pitchers with the A's, but I think of the late Catfish Hunter. Always thought you could give him a ball in the baseball in a critical game. I think Dave Stewart was like that also when he pitched for the A's in the late 80s. 3 consecutive trips to the World Series, and of course winning it in '89. But Stu kind of started the season great, finished the same way. And his award was given out last Thursday, the homestand, the Dave Stewart Community Service Award, to Josh Willingham. Dave Stewart, part of that World Championship team in '89.
That one hit toward Ibar, who throws just in time to get Sizemore. Staying at second is Suzuki, 2 outs.
Now batting, second baseman, number 19, Jamil Weeks.
So Weeks will try to get him home.
Well, Brandon Allen tried his best to at least move Suzuki to third base, hit the ball hard, unfortunate line drive, and then Sizemore at the time would have had the infield playing in if the ball had not been hit on the line drive. But at least Brandon Allen made contact, attempted, and to move the runner.
So Weeks steps in. He's been on base twice. And that one's on the ground. So Tyler Chatwood gives up the leadoff double. Give him some credit. He works his way out of it. And the A's do not score. McDonald, September 12th, 1980. Rick Langford pitches his club record 22nd consecutive complete game. It was a 9-5 win over the A's. He would go on to pitch an Oakland record 28 complete games that season. 22 complete games in a row. Wow. 28 total for Rick Langford.
What year was that?
1980.
Year that they had 94 complete games as a starting staff.
Not too shabby. 19-12, good ERA, 290 innings. Vernon Wells is retired. Chino Gonzalez has settled into a nice groove.
Just told us David Feldman's birthday today.
Is it? Happy
September
birthday.
12th. Happy birthday, David. Man knows a lot about baseball. Whew. Dave Feldman.
Now batting, number 27, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout steps in.
The groundouts for Gio Gonzalez always good for him. Of course, he gets the strikeouts as well. Fastballs that sometimes hitters can't catch up, and they'll hit fly ball outs.
Gonzalez has retired 10 out of the last 11. And the A's with 3 in the first and 2 in the fourth for their 5 runs. Trout tonight struck out, and then he lined out with runners at second and third. He had a line drive to the center fielder Ryan Sweeney. Golfs this one down the line, but it's foul. Looks like it only had home run distance.
It's going to be a great thrill for a young player to be in a pennant race. Mike Trout, 20 years young, and getting an opportunity to play on a team that's in the thick of the race, and especially playing with some proven veterans on the ball club.
Just about a perfect pitch from Gio Gonzalez. A fastball on the outside corner. So that is strikeout number 6 for Gonzalez.
Well, this is a great pitch for Gio, because if there's one pitch throughout this season and for Gio, his career is nailing the outside corner, and when he does that, it's an unhittable pitch. Throw the hard curve inside, as he did, getting the strikeout to Trumbo in a big inning in the fourth with a couple of runners on, and then starts to throw the fastball. Bob, Melvin, Robin, Romanek looking at the board, and they see 93. With pitch number 109.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ibar is 0 for 2. The Angels only have 4 hits. The A's have 8. G.I. Joes are here. That's good. That's outstanding. We think maybe they used to be the Kuzmanauts. They decided they didn't want to move to Denver, so now they're the G.I. Joes.
That's great.
Ibar drills it to left, and that is gone. G.I. Joes won't like that one as Ibar hits his 8th home run. It's 5-2.
Well, a good fastball, just one of those you tip your hat to Ibar, who looked for and got the fastball he's looking for. It is a solo home run, which that's perfect, but a good pitch to swing, make contact. Gio's providing the power and right into the barbecue terrace. Right there. Clank, but able to retrieve the souvenir after it banged off his hands.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
So Callaspo is going to pinch hit.
Number 6, Alberto Callaspo. Now batting.
He's hit for Mathis here in the 7th. And Callaspo takes a strike. .281 with 5 homers, 43 runs batted in for Callaspo. Way outside. That's the 16th home run that Gio Gonzalez has allowed this year, which is not really a ridiculous amount. The fact that he's working on 180 innings. That one is a base hit past the diving Sizemore.
Well, all this coming with 2 outs, ground ball to Wells and a strikeout to Trout. Home run and single, and now back to the top of the batting order. Kurt Suzuki, after the home run, went out to talk to his left-hander. He's going to get a visit from Ron Romanek, but Sizemore playing even with the bag, and Callaspo always a threat, at least to possibly bunt. Did not this time.
Fuentes getting loose out in the bullpen. So 116 pitches for Gio Gonzalez.
Now batting, number 13.
Looks like his season high is 119. Done that once. He's got to 118. So not only a season high of 119, that's a career high, and that was on July 3rd against Arizona. This one's popped up just a little short of our booth.
I'd like to think that if Gio had gotten Ibar out, a low pitch, they might have been going out for the 8th inning. Of course, now trying to get through the 7th.
Oh, 1-2 is Torres, and it misses outside. As Torres has grounded out 3 times, once to third, twice to short. Still 6-1 Yankees over the Mariners in the 7th inning up at Safeco. Yankees with a magic number of 14 to win the division. There's a shot up the middle and a base hit. A breaking ball, and as Torres has the 3rd consecutive hit. And what that does is it gets the tying run to the plate, and we're going to get a new pitcher. So Gonzalez got the first 2 outs here in the 7th, but then a homer, a single, and another single, and that's going to do it. So 119 pitches for Gio Gonzalez, and he's going to leave with a 5-2 lead. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
California is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 7th. The A's go to Brian Fuentes, the left-hander. He will face Peter Borges. So the Angels making some noise. They got the 2-out home run by Ibar to get the second run, and then singles by Callaspo, the pinch hitter, and his Torres. So Fuentes against Borges, who is 0 for 3. First pitch is outside. Borges with a couple of groundouts to third and a strikeout. There's a ball loose. Way out in right field.
6 pitches, the first 2 batters in the inning, and Gio sitting in the dugout with a couple of guys on him to run in. A 3-run lead.
Swing and a miss. Fuentes has been pitching very well as of late. His last 25 appearances, his ERA is 1.86. 4 earned runs in 19 1/3 innings. Good pitch down around the knees. Borges takes it, and it's 1-2.
Rod Fuentes has a very good changeup, and for Peter Borges to take a fastball down the middle, might have been looking for it. And Rod Fuentes, a sneaky fastball. There's the sneaky part right there. Just snuck right past him, couldn't pull the trigger.
Runs high with the fastball, so 2-2 the count. De Los Santos throwing for the A's in the bullpen. Another ball is loose. This time it's in left field.
Look down, he bounced one off the catcher into the stands. So if you're manager, pitching coach, and you watch your reliever warm up, you're saying, do we want him to come in? So, hard for the pitcher on the mound to get a nice rhythm, and the ball's ended up all over the place in the outfield. Big pitch here, 2-2. He could go either way with the changeup or the fastball.
Swing and a miss. Indeed, the changeup gets the big strikeout. A run for the Angels, 7th inning stretch. A's 5, Angels 2. tonight at 10:30. It's on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Full highlights from this game. The Raiders and the Broncos are going at it. They are in Denver. And Jim Harbaugh discusses his 49ers win in his coaching debut. Damon Andrews and John Henry Smith will host. Cliff Penning to lead it off as Tyler Chatwood has gone 3 innings so far, and he's back to work for his 4th. First pitch is low. Callaspo stays in the game. He's at third. And Bobby Wilson is the new catcher. So Callaspo at third. Wilson the catcher. Pennington with a good swing. Fouls it straight back.
Brian Fuentes, and look at the situation where you have a right-hander, Peter Bourjos, coming in, 11 home runs, but yet it's a lefty coming in to face him. That just shows you, like you said, the work that Fuentes has been doing out of the A's bullpen.
Yep. So Pennington has a leadoff single. He's 2 for 4. So the A's again get their leadoff man up. 5 times in 7 innings they have done that.
Pennington has been doing a good job of waiting, and really when he gets a fastball to hit the fastball count, he's not really trying to jump on it, just a nice easy swing, and ball ends up jumping off his bat.
Pennington runs, pitches inside, juggled by Wilson, and Pennington has a steal. So new catcher, Pennington takes off, and he picks up the stolen base.
Good 13th. That Matsui took the pitch and allowed him to steal.
And Matsui bounces one to the right side. Kendrick out on the outfield grass takes care of it, and Pennington to third. Well, not a bad time to pick up an insurance run. The A's have a great chance to do that with Willingham coming up.
Now batting, left fielder, number 16, Josh Willingham.
Willingham with a 3-run homer, a single, and a fly ball to right field.
Always for a hit or knee situation, especially if you had a good night, you're going to wonder, are they going to pitch to me, pitch me carefully? David DeJesus in the on-deck circle.
Infield in. So Trevor Bell is up for the 2nd time. He's joined by Horacio Ramirez. Outfield straightaway, infield in. And there's a line drive base hit. Willingham's big night continues. Pennington trots home. 6-2 A's. And that is 4 RBIs for Willingham. Give him 88 on the year.
And no more did that hit occur. Mike Scioscia out of the dugout, and well, Josh Willingham, you cannot make a mistake with him the way he's swinging the bat, and that's what Chatwood did, and that would be his last pitch.
So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
So Willingham, 3 hits, 4 RBIs tonight for the Athletics, and the A's lead 6-2 in a game the Angels can't afford to lose. Say that about the rest of their games. Horacio Ramirez, the left-hander, comes in to face DeJesus.
Fastball, slider, changeup for the left-hander. So let's see if the first pitch is a slider to David DeJesus as Ramirez makes his first offering tonight.
DeJesus looking for his first hit, 3 groundouts for him.
Chat with the long man tonight. Did a pretty decent job. Relief of Joe Pinheiro. So he's shown he could pitch out of the rotation, starter, or out of the bullpen.
He's now with 10 hits in the game. DeJesus on the 2-0 pitch rolls it foul. A couple of lefties in a row with DeJesus and then Sweeney. So that is the job for Horacio Ramirez. Grounded towards second. And that's going to be a double play. 4-6-3. So Ramirez does his job. A's going to run, though. And we're on to the 8th. 6-2 Athletics.
This Friday, Star Wars music will accompany the post-game fireworks.
So Howie Kendrick leading things off here in the top of the 8th inning. Brian Fuentes back out there. Fuentes got the huge out of Borges in the 7th with 2 on and 2 out. Inside with the fastball. Again, the Rangers are off tonight. They will host the Cleveland Indians Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Fuentes now ahead in the count, 1-2. Kendrick is 1 for 3. He had a single in the 4th inning. Good fastball there as it ran in on Kendrick.
Kurt Suzuki again with this hitter. One of the fastball up, and Brian Fuentes' control is so good that you want it up, I'll throw it up in the zone, and that's exactly where he did. Kendrick, a very powerful hitter. They wanted to go inside. He likes to hit the ball to the opposite field with his power.
Fernando Rodney up for the Angels.
Chef Rodney.
Yep.
Delara's always thinking about food. Fernando Rodney, what does he say? Chef Rodney.
Again reached for as Kendrick stays alive.
Maybe before the homestand overs, Chef Rodney brings some of those good burgers he's got in.
Haven't seen him in a while. I don't want to say anything.
West Side Club featuring those nice cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
I think he'll pay us a visit before we leave.
Well, it is a 10-game homestand.
He's getting geared up for football, so plenty of time left of baseball season.
Line shot into the glove of De Jesus. So 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Torrey Hunter's had a good night. A single, a double, and a walk. He has scored a run. He was tripled home by Wells in the 2nd.
That was interesting facing your former team. Brian Fuentes, of course, pitched for the Angels. Had some good seasons closing for them. And now tonight, an opportunity with the Angels down by 3. Fuentes comes in and gets a big strikeout of Peter Borges.
Well, Fuentes in 2009, his first year with the Angels, he had 48 saves. Shallow right, more work for De Jesus. He's under it. He's got it. So 2 outs. Visit Facebook.com/Baseball Hall and vote for Bill King, broadcast A's games for 25 seasons, to be this year's recipient of the Ford C. Frick Awards. Top 3 fan selections from votes tallied at the site will appear on the final 10-name ballot for the award. Voting concludes September 30th.
Holy Toledo, that'd be the good guy to do it right there. Bill King. Miss Bill.
Yep.
Yeah. Good man.
I miss asking him about Raiders and Warriors stories. Man, he's got some good ones. My favorite Bill King sports call was when it was a Raider game. Playoff game, Raiders scored a touchdown or something, and John Madden was arguing, and he said, Madden's arguing, and the officials say, Madden, get your big butt off the field.
Exactly.
It's the greatest.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. And he had the ability to say that eloquently, as only Bill could do.
Well, he had such a passion, and you know, just umpires and referees and anybody that on the field or the diamond or the courts with the stripes on, and, you know, just Wow. I don't know there was ever an official that Bill liked.
Yeah, he was tough on those referees, the umpires.
Ken Kaiser to me was the one. Ken Kaiser.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
He's a professional wrestler, and Bill, I'll take him on.
And he would.
And we tried to work it out so Kaiser would meet Bill in the F lot as he was leaving, just to see what Bill would do. Ken Kaiser, he was huge. Wow.
Trumbo swings and misses. He's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a very nice performance by Brian Fuentes. Bottom of the 8th coming up, 6-2 A's lead. Here's our game summary. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Willingham with a 3-run homer in the very first inning. Hit the top of the wall, bounces out. His 25th of the year. And Gio Gonzalez, another good outing. 6 2/3, just a couple of runs. And a walk, 6 strikeouts. He tied a career high, throwing 119 pitches. So the A's 3 outs away from getting Gio Gonzalez his 13th win of the year. 2-7-0 for the Angels, 6-10-0 for the Athletics. So it'll be Sweeney, Suzuki, and Allen here for the A's in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sweeney check swing back to Ramirez, who flips to first, and that's out number 1. Grant Balfour starts to throw. Looks like we're going to get a pitching change. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. It's your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. through the Redwood Forest or the beach terrain to Santa Cruz. Roaring Camp is the ride of a lifetime. RoaringCamp.com.
Now batting for the catcher.
6-2, the A's lead. It is the bottom of the 8th inning. The veteran Fernando Rodney takes over. And he'll face Kurt Suzuki.
Another great palm ball thrown by this right-hander, former closer with the Tigers, and came over to the Angels to be in the same role. But Mr. Walden has taken over this year and probably will have the role for quite a while.
Rodney in his 8th year in the big leagues. He's 34 years old. This is his 2nd year with the Angels. Remember, he signed a 2-year contract to come over, so he'll be a free agent at the end of the year. May not be necessarily a closer anymore, but still a pretty good reliever. Good years with Detroit, and then the free agent contract with the Angels, Fernando Rodney. Three hits for Suzuki, including a couple of doubles. Not this time, as Borges is under it. So Suzuki now 3 for 4. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting, first baseman, number 31, Brandon Allen.
And here's Brandon Allen. So Allen desperately needs a hit. He's 0 for 3. He's 0 for his last 21. His last time up, he hit a line drive right at the second baseman. He hit a ball well. Nothing to show for it. So 2-0 to Allen. See what he gets from Rodney on 2-0. It's an off-speed pitch, and it floats outside. 3-0.
Challenge him with a 3-0 fastball, and might be the only one he gets in the at-bat and swing.
The Yankees leading 9-3 in the 8th inning up in Seattle.
No save for Mo tonight.
I don't think so.
No, and the thing about Mo, he said, I don't care about statistics, I just want to win. And he's been on a lot of winning clubs with the Yankees, and that's been him his whole career.
Teixeira has homered in that game. He's got 37. Cano with 3 RBIs.
Granderson hit his 39th yesterday.
Yeah. And Felix Hernandez started that game for Seattle. Right. He gave up 6 earned runs in 6 innings. So he is on tap for the loss in that one. Again, it's 9-3 in the 8th inning. Yankees leading Seattle.
You know, last year on the final day of the season, King Felix was supposed to start against the A's. He did not. He's supposed to start against the A's this season in the series finale, season finale. See if that holds true, but it's kind of his schedule.
Well, he's 14-11 coming into tonight's start. So it looks like he'll take a loss there.
He's got too many wins to win the Cy Young this year. He only had 13 last year.
Yep. Sizemore takes a bit inside, 2-1. Sizemore had an RBI single in the 4th inning. He later scored in that inning. So ain't gonna miss. 94 miles an hour from Rodney.
Makes you wonder sometimes when you see that kind of fastball, but yet he relies on his off-speed pitch. Of course, guys realize that he does throw that hard, and if you guess correctly and can hit it, that's one thing, but he pulls a string. He can fool a lot of hitters with his off-speed pitch, the palm ball.
Well, it's like a changeup, but it also really breaks down a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, almost bottoms out. There's that fastball at 96 inside, so full count. That'll get Allen moving at first. There he goes. Payoff pitch is low. Good at bat for Sizemore. Back-to-back 2-out walks. So Jamal Weeks, who maybe didn't think he was going to get his 5th at-bat in this game, but he is going to get it. He's 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch is low. Weeks also reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. So no hits tonight for Weeks, but he still has 106 hits. And this is his 83rd game. He's got 22 doubles. He's got 8 triples. And he's got 21 stolen bases. Not too shabby.
He's just going to get better and better, which means you look at a 162 game schedule season for him, a full season, and probably the best thing for him this year is playing in September. In the past, of course, injuries have occurred, but this year being able to play in September, which will help him in the future.
Big night for Willingham. 3 hits, 4 RBIs. This one's bounced towards second. Kendrick has it. Side retired. 9th inning. A's 3 outs away from a win in game 1 of the series. Balfour's coming in.
A's 10,000 fans will receive a Moneyball t-shirt presented by Pepsi Max and Jonah Hill is scheduled to throw out the first pitch. For tickets and to learn how you can get a free pass to see the upcoming feature film, go to oaklandathletics.com/moneyball.
So Grant Balfour comes in. Top of the 9th inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up, and Smog experts. So Balfour trying to get the final 3 outs. He'll face Wells, Trout, and Ibar. And Wells taking all the way, and he takes a strike. '57th game for Grant Balfour. He's been solid all year long. This one down the right field line, and DeJesus cannot quite get it, but a nice effort by David.
Yeah, here's a nice Fremont Bank play of the game. Josh Willingham, first inning, couple of walks on the board, and Joel Pinheiro gives up a 3-run home run to Josh Willingham right off the top of the fence over the wall. The second 3-run home run at the Coliseum. Scott Sizemore, and that was the last homestand. And Sizemore's off the top of the fence just like Willingham's.
To pitch is driven to left, and that's hit well. Willingham's going back, and that baby is gone. Wells homers. It's 6-3. Home run number 21 for Vernon Wells.
0-2, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and Vernon Wells went up out of the strike zone. So much for going up the ladder, and he went up the ladder, chased it, and heavy night air here at the Coliseum, still made it up.
So 1-0 to Mike Trout. Trout takes a fastball first strike. Trout is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Well, not a save situation for Balfour. Came in with the 4-run lead. Bobby Abreu hoping to get a chance to hit. He's way down in the bullpen. .94 miles an hour. 2-2 the count to Trout.
A beautiful Thursday afternoon in Anaheim earlier in the season. Mike Trout, 3-run home run off Grant Balfour. That was Brett Anderson, remember him? He had that big game against the Angels and 8 solid innings. But not this time. Got him with a breaking pitch, so this time with 2 strikes. Did not challenge him with a fastball. Instead went with a slider and got it.
So Trout with 3 strikeouts in the game. He's 0 for 4. 2 outs, and Eric Ibar steps in.
Number 2, Eric Ibar.
1 out, excuse me.
It's been good to see Brett Anderson around the club, working out. It's looking great, keeping in shape, and of course he's not started his complete rehab. It'll be a while before he throws, but good to see him looking good. Be a while with Tommy John surgery.
Yeah. Eric Ibar with a home run in the 7th inning.
It's lost about 20 pounds, 25 pounds. It's unbelievable.
Awesome.
Yeah. Of course, about all he can do right now is just cardio, work out, and he's been doing it.
A 1-2 now to Ibar. Callaspo is in the on-deck circle. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. 2 outs. So after the home run, a couple of strikeouts by Grant Balfour. That's 10 for the A's pitchers tonight.
Well, you notice with the fastball to Vernon Wells, but then the 2 strikeouts, he's gone slider and curveball to Trout and Ibar. So that's the difference, getting 2 strikes and not necessarily just trying to blow it by them. Although I think Wells is trying to get him a chase or maybe think about going up the ladder. But Vernon got it.
So Callaspo, final hope for the Angels, takes inside. Callaspo had a base hit. He pinch hit in the 7th inning for Mathis and stayed in the game to play third base. So the Angels in danger of losing a half game in the standings, and that would put them 3 back of the first place Texas Rangers with 15 to play. Just a bit outside. They will have 3 more games left against Texas this year. Three and one now to Callaspo. I don't think you ever want to be in a spot where you have to sweep. That is tough to do.
Yeah.
Strike call, 3-2 the count.
Well, the thing is, if it came down to 3 up to 3 to play, they'd have to win 4.
Yeah, that's right. Sweep just to extend it.
Yeah.
Callaspo stays alive.
Has been done, though. We've seen it. I mean, in baseball, you see a lot of things, and I think the Angels would love to have the opportunity just actually to go into that final 3 games with either being even or best 2 out of 3 or being down by 1. At this point, you got a ways to come back.
Swing and a miss by Callaspo, and that's the ball game. So Balfour gives up the home run to Wells and then strikes out the next 3. Willingham with 4 RBIs, and the A's win game 1 of this series by a final score of 6-3. So 2 more games left in the series, a night game tomorrow and a day game on Wednesday. There's your final, 6-3, Athletics over the Angels. Don't go away. A's post-game live from right here in the broadcast booth starts next.